Hello, my name's John, these are some Astra Militarum spare parts, and you're watching Wargames, Models, and Other Hobbies. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today is the first of 5 videos where I'm going to be converting a squad of Astra Militarum, some Imperial Guard, specifically some Drookian Fen Guard. Now, if you're not familiar with that regiment, drop it in the comments. I'm happy to do a video on them, just to describe more about them. But I wanted to set myself a challenge. So there is a kit available from Games Workshop called Hell's Last, and within that there is veteran Sergeant Grawnya, I hope I've pronounced that correctly, who is a Drookian Fen Guard. Now, I've managed to pick up 5 Grawnyas, and what I want to do is, in each of these videos, make one member of a squad to see if I can get them looking different, all from one model, and yeah, just generally see if the squad works. So, in this video, I'm going to start the first model, and I think I'm going to concentrate on the Sergeant. So I'm going to get all the bits out from here that I need, and then I do have some spare parts as well. Now, I've always liked obscure Imperial Guard regiments, Astra Militarum regiments, and when I saw that there was a Fen Guard in Hell's Last, I really kind of thought, oh, I want to get this. There's only one of them. And how do I make a squad out of all of them? And that's where I kind of started thinking, actually, I reckon I could convert a squad from one model. A little bit of playing around, I could get a little bit more variety, but we'll see. I'm not sure yet if it's going to work, but hopefully it will, because I've picked up 5 of them. So I'm not going to use the original head for the Sergeant model, but what I am going to use, I have some leftover bits on these this Necromunda sprue, and there's a specific head just there that I want to use, as well as the chainsword there. So I'm just going to pop those off, because that's what I'm going to need to probably tweak and adjust with this little conversion. Now, I like the idea of keeping the Sergeant as a female Sergeant, so this head is a bit androgynous, but I think it works well as a female head. And I'm going to replace the dagger with the chainsword. Now, the squad that I'm going to work on, as there's only 5 members, apart from command squads, there's only one other squad that I could really do, and that's the Tempest Sons, however you want to say it. Main reason being that it's a hotshot las pistol that the Sergeant's got. If this works, I'm going to try and get 5 more, and I'll make a Kasrkin squad. But for now, let's start putting this together. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to build the body and then add the chainsaw and things like that. So I've got a little bit of an idea of how I want this conversion to go. So let's just open up let's run some glue around the edge of that bit. And as this model goes, I could play around with cutting the legs and adjusting those for other models. For this one, I'm just going to leave as is. Apologies if you can hear traffic in the background. I'm never sure if it comes across on camera. But as I've said before, I live on the edge of the road and it's quite busy sometimes. So as with all of my videos, this is real time, so you can see my thought process as I work things out, as well as whether things are working or not. The only time I'll ever pause this is if I've got to let the dog out, or phone rings, someone knocks at the door, and that kind of thing. So I'm going to have to trim around the edge of the head for that one. The pistol, that'll just fit on, as with the backpack. So let's have a look at the chain sword. Now this comes with a glove, so that's going to be not too bad. Going to have to find something to go on the dagger, so just to handle the hilt for the sheath just there. Let's have a look. How do I want... Right, let's trim the head to fit. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So we've got, there is the body as default as the chain sword that I'm going to add, but around the head I just want to get the collar taken off. Now if you've got any ideas for other conversions you want to see, this bit's jumping away from me, please drop it in the comments. And likewise, if you like this video, consider giving it a like. You could always give me a follow as well. Oh, sorry, it's all blurry there. That's going to work, I think. Let's get... That's going to sit just there. Okay. Oops, sorry, I'm off camera there. Same old with me. Always forget to go off camera. Go on camera, sorry. Okay, I think that's going to work. Okay, let's run some glue in here. Now, with this conversion isn't overly complicated. It's basically just a head swap as well as a weapon swap for this character. There we go. And as I do these conversions, I might add extra details as I go. What I will do, let's put a touch of glue on this arm, so rather than take this arm off again, I'm just going to put that on there. And then likewise, let's put the backpack on before I do the chain sword. Okay, so first things first, let's tidy up this chain sword. And I'm going to chop the arm off here at the glove. Like I said, this isn't an overly complex conversion, this one. Some of the other models for this squad, maybe. I don't know if my ideas are going to work, but that's for the next few videos. Okay. Just going to make sure I clean up. There we go. Yeah, but I saw this squad, Hell's Last. Haven't read any of the books, but I think I'm going to check them out. But likewise, I haven't picked up the full kit, so I'm looking to do that before it sells, as it's a limited time only. Some nice models in that kit. But seeing the Fen Guard, I kind of was like, oh, I'd like to make a squad of those. Okay, let's bite the bullet and trim this arm off. Might turn the head actually. Okay, yeah. Okay, a little bit of glue on the arm there. One thing I haven't thought about actually is the bases. I don't want to have a squad all with the same bases. I'd like a little bit of difference on them. I turn that. The one benefit of the glue that I use, it gives me a little bit of time to think about and change my thoughts while I'm working. So yeah, now let's bring that head back this way. There we go. Okay, that's... So we have on the base, one of the feet is semi-moulded in place. What I'm going to do, I'm going to trim off some of the details. So it's just going to leave me with a few rocks. And what I can do is add different details later on. Right, now I have no idea where that one went. I'll find that later. But I did have my safety squint on, so that's okay. Okay, let's put this in position. Okay, for now, I'm going to call that little conversion. So let's put up the original model next to it so you can have a look at the difference. Not much change on this one. Just that head swap and arm for this sergeant of this Fen Guard squad. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one where I start the second member of the squad. But for now, all I can say is thank you so much for tuning in. My name's John, and you've been watching War Games, Models, and Other Hobbies.